you're watching First Up, now the popular assumption is that when the rupee falls, it is good for the export sector. But JSW Steel Seshagri Rao highlights that unlike that popular assumption, a currency drop is not prompting higher exports this time.
He met Harsha Subramaniam in business, and this is what he said.
Rupee is very, very volatile. Every day the movement is almost 70 paise to 1 rupee. So it becomes very, very difficult to take a call whether to hedge or not to hedge. But as a JSW Steel, we have a policy of not to hedge.
You don't hedge at all?
We don't hedge at all. Because we have a economic exposure wise. Whether we export or we sell in the domestic market, it is dollar linked. So therefore our entire sales is dollar linked. If rupee depreciates, I will be able to get higher realization even in the domestic sales. Therefore, as a policy, we don't hedge, because if the rupee depreciates, I will get higher sales realization even in the domestic sales. So it is nothing but dollar long as far as JSW is concerned.
Sure.
So taking that into account, we don't hedge our payables, and we take a call that it is only economic exposure. But at the same time, timing differences which are there, to that extent we continue to hedge our payables and receivables. This is how we do as far as the hedging is concerned. But the rupee volatility is really a cause of concern, and also the steep depreciation in the last few weeks, where it has become 61 and everybody expecting that it will go up to 70 rupees. So it is a cause of concern.
Sure.
Because generally the expectation is as and when rupee depreciates, the exports will pick up and a lot of things would happen, and which is not the case. For instance, in the month of May, where rupee depreciated, the export of steel was negative relative to April.
Right.
So it is a misnomer saying that whenever rupee depreciates, exports will pick up. To that extent, international price is getting adjusted. So rupee realization wise, there is no real benefit which is coming in. This may be true for other commodities also.
Sure.
So this rupee depreciation which I am seeing right now is majorly driven by speculation rather than fundamentals. So everybody is talking about our current account deficit, our external debt. But a developing economy like India, where current account deficit in the range of 4 to 5%, where there is a huge potential for India to grow and also create value. So there is always investor interest in investing in India. Therefore, I don't think it is a problem which we need to worry about. So unnecessarily the policymakers are also raising every time concern that current account deficit is a concern for India. It is difficult for us to finance. So that is causing a huge amount of speculation in the market, which has driven the rupee down to 61 and also expected to bring down. But fundamentally, I feel India is very well positioned to go further. And as a strong economy, I think we should do well in future.
Sure.
Both on the economic point of view and also from the rupee point of view.
Specifically with respect to JSW Steel, actually as a group, what would be the total level of debt on your books? You've completed your merger with JSW Ispat and it's gotten delisted today. What would be the level of consolidated debt, and what is the game plan to be reducing that debt?
No, we have given the numbers as on 31st of March 2013, including JSW Ispat on a pro forma basis. So our debt was 27,800 crores on a consolidated basis. We had an equity of 22,000 crores. So debt gearing wise, JSW Steel is very well positioned compared to any of the peers, which is growing at a level of almost 25 to 30% year after year. So we had today 14.3 million ton operating capacity, installed capacity. So the debt is not a concern at all relative to the size of the balance sheet, size of the net worth,
Sure.
and the installed capacity wise.
Sure.
So out of this 28,000 crores, we have approximately the 60% is rupee debt, balance 40% is the foreign currency debt. So it is very, very well balanced even in the case of the mix of rupee and foreign currency.
Despite the volatility in currency?
Despite the volatility in currency, only point is translation losses. So what is cause of concern which brings volatility in the earnings every year? The translation losses, it is occurring almost 10% to 12% in every quarter. That will hit on the entire liabilities which are outstanding in foreign currency to the profit and loss account in one quarter. So translation losses will give a misleading impression that the company has incurred a huge amount of foreign currency losses. But it is not so.
Sure.
Because we have economic exposure on the entire sales. I will get higher realizations in future, which will take away or neutralizes the translation losses which is coming to profit and loss account.
So a weak rupee actually benefits you on your top line?
I think so. Because Because if the rupee is weakening, then my entire sales revenue should go up,
Sure.
assuming that the dollar equivalent of steel prices remain.
Sure. Let's talk about production, sir. What is your game plan in terms of enhancing production? Are you going to be enhancing your capacity in Vijayanagar? Do you think by when will Bellary be operational?
We have given a guidance of 10% growth in this year. Last year we had produced, as per our guidance, we have said 8.75 million tons we produced. So we have produced that at Vijayanagar and Salem together. So including the Dolvi unit, which is now forming part of the JSW Steel, where we have an installed capacity of 14.3 million ton, we have given a guidance of 10% growth in this year, assuming that the iron ore situation will improve in the Karnataka state. So the Honorable Supreme Court has given clearance for opening up of Category A and Category B mines and also auctioning of Category C. So now there is new mines which have commenced production in the state of Karnataka. So iron ore situation is improving. Today close to 14 to 15 million tons of new iron ore coming into the market,
Sure.
including from NMDC, as against the requirement of total 30 million ton for the industry. So now there is a very positive indications from the new government in the Karnataka that the new iron ore mining concessions will also be given to the end users who is doing value addition. That is a very positive development in my view. So as and when Category C gets auctioned, JSW Steel stands to get a chance to participate in the e-auctions and get more concessions here. So in the next few months we expect more Category A and Category B mines will get opened.
Sure.
Iron ore situation will get eased out. So we will be able to achieve this 10% growth what we have given guidance in the beginning of the year.
Seshagri Rao of JSW speaking exclusively to Bloomberg TV India. On that note, we'll slip into a short break. On the other side, India's largest automaker Maruti Suzuki